This is the introduction video for the Design and Professional Skills Coding Curriculum project. Our team decided to explore the LEGO Mindstorms robots and 2 different ways to program them. So why should children learn this? Well, this project aims to teach children aged 11 to 16 years old the basics of programming via the LEGO Mindstorms. In this project, we will demonstrate an interactive and fun approach to programming. As seen here in the introduction, there are 6 objectives listed in bullet points. So for example, one of them is learn some fundamental principles of programming, which will help you understand how robots work. Or another one, gain hands-on experience using important concepts such as design and functions in an interesting and fun way. Or, moving on to the last one, develop a broader knowledge regarding robot machines and their future applications in the world that we live in. Each objective is completed through a video tutorial, starting from a complete beginner level. Each tutorial uses the concepts learned in the previous video and builds upon them to incorporate the next objective. Using the NXT programming software, which is the software released by the LEGO website, it also allows children to code complex programs without having to learn the syntax of a programming language. Because it is a block-based language, so children will use blocks of code. If a student does want to program via typing, however, later exercises using Quorum allow the student to complete the exercises via typing code rather than using blocks. The Quorum subpage can be found here under Quorum, and it is basically situated at the end of the main web page. In the introduction, we have also outlined exactly what a student will need to begin the exercises. This can be found in this section here. And it also has the link to the LEGO website, which has the download page attached to it. And the user can choose the download that is suitable for his or her machine's operating system and just follow the on-screen instructions. This is a strongly STEM-themed project as it is solely focused on technology and engineering via the coding and understanding of the robot. We believe that this is an important and interesting topic because it takes a different approach at teaching usual programming concepts. Because first, it will teach the children a block-based approach and then moving on to a programming language approach. So moving on to the actual content of the website. Our content, as you can see, is accessible via a website, starting from the introduction page, which I've just shown, which outlines the objectives as well as the requirements, and then moving on to the overview and then later on the tutorials. In the overview section, the user can navigate to pages that contain further details about the specific topic. So for example, if the user decides to go to basics, can click on basics and then it's going to be redirected to another page that will have a bit more detail about the specific topic and also further outside resources that the user can access in order to expand his or her knowledge on that topic. And then closing that and moving on to the actual tutorials. So, here we can access the first tutorial. The first exercise explains how to set up the software and how to connect the robot. This tutorial then goes on to explain the fundamentals of sequential programming, how each statement is executed and when it stops and so on. The user can find other tutorials gradually becoming more and more complex, such as conditionals, features, loops, sensors, and so on. The tutorials have a consistent format. For example, after introducing the topic, it is then explained a basic example how that incorporate the topic that is discussed. At the end of the example, live footage of the video of the robot will be shown. So basically the code that was explained in the tutorial will be put on the robot, so the user will see exactly what is happening on the robot with the code that was just explained to them. Also, underneath the videos, the user can find some tasks, and after each tutorial there are a series of questions. The first questions are in a similar style to those demonstrated in the tutorial, allowing students to use a similar process to that demonstrated in the video. So basically in the video the robot was asked to go to the left. Maybe in one of the easy questions the user will be asked to make the robot go to the right using some of a similar code. And then the questions were gradually increase in complexity and then moving on to the more advanced ones, which might also require outside resources that the user could access from in the overview section. After finishing the block programming, the users can go on to using Quorum. Also, it is explained how to install Quorum on the robots, and then moving on to the actual tutorials for Quorum. And the students will be taught how to set it up and how they can use Quorum to set up the motors and then use conditionals, sensors, and also the questions with each of the tutorial. Also, at the end of our website, we decided to put a section with our amazing team and a brief description about each of us along our pictures. So yeah, the users can basically access any part of the main web page from the toolbar at the top, and then if they want to go back to the beginning, they can just go to the introduction and then go back to the main page. So this is our project, and I hope you enjoyed it, and it was nice meeting you.